Hey y'all, it's the Lady CPA with today's What's Your Present Value, girl? We're talking about accomplishments, y'all, but are you being overshadowed by your accomplishments, child? Let's talk about it, right? We know how we are, y'all. See, a lot of times as women, right, women who are professionals, y'all, what's the Lady CPA? It's not a certified public accountant, y'all. It's the lady who is confident, right? The lady who is professional and the lady who is accomplished, y'all. We are all lady CPAs, right? But what you got to understand is we cannot allow our accomplishments to overshadow who we are. See, to be an effective, right, impactful woman in leadership, you still got to lead like a lady, girl, right? What is that? Intuitive leadership, y'all. See, I talk about this a lot, but a lot of times, y'all, we are overshadowed by our accomplishments, right? Because all we are being identified by is what we have accomplished, right? So now you're living in the fact that you're a lawyer, right? Everything about your life now speaks to being a lawyer, right? Even as a mother, y'all, stop playing. If you allow yourself to say, hey, my greatest accomplishment is that I'm a mother, that's great, but that's not your greatest accomplishment. You are your greatest accomplishment, y'all. See, a lot of times as women, we find our confidence in our accomplishments, which is a label. Stop playing, y'all. We ain't label whores. Are you a label whore? You ain't no label whore, girl. Stop playing, right? What is that, y'all? You don't have to label yourself anything, right? What is it, Whitney Houston? You can be every woman, y'all. It's all in you. So when we do that, we have to understand who we are, though. And see, a lot of times you allow your accomplishments to overshadow who you are. What does that look like, right? Yeah, I'm a CPA, y'all. I'm a certified public accountant, but that's not all who I am. That is a result of me being authentically me. See, my accomplishments speak to who I am. They don't overshadow who I am, right? See, your accomplishments are because you can walk in authenticity, y'all. And when you are authentic about who you are, your accomplishments are simply your accolades. It's really just the fruits of your labor, child. Like, you are not your accomplishments. Your accomplishments are the seeds, right? And I'm seeing somebody planting a lot of seeds, girl. You've been planting seeds, y'all. You've been planting seeds since 2018, child. These seeds are now coming into fruition, y'all. See, there are things that are quickly changing in your life, but you didn't allow it. It allowed, right, when you changed, y'all. See, as a woman, right, as someone who understands change, y'all, women understand the life cycle. What is that, y'all? You going through your change, girl? You going through your change? All of that is, y'all, is that we as women, we develop over multiple, right? You can have 5 life experiences, y'all, in one lifetime, as long as you allow yourself to change. See, a lot of times we get so stuck in that stagnant, right, energy that we are not moving, y'all. We are all energy. The universe is energy. You have to put, right, force with what you're doing, right? So when you understand it, you still have to know who you are, and you don't let your accomplishments overshadow you. You're not your license. You're not your credential. You're not a wife, right? You're not any of that. You are you. And when you walk in the authenticity of who you are, your accomplishments merely become seeds that you planted, and now you're just watching it in full bloom. Y'all, I'm in full bloom, right? Look at my flower on my shirt, y'all. This is full bloom, right? So when you understand that your accomplishments are merely speaking to the seeds you planted, all you got to do is follow your intuition. When they say women's intuition, y'all, stop. That is your guiding factor. That is you. That is you listening to that inner guidance that we all have, y'all. It's just that you listening to that allows you to deal with conflict, right? Like somebody, you could be having difficult employees at your office, right? You running a business, you got difficult subordinates, right? When you lead as a feminine, right? When you lead as the God-given woman that you are, then you lead intuitively, right? So leading intuitively means what? You listen, y'all, to your guidance, your internal guidance, and that is how you resolve conflicts. See, many women that got into the male-dominated workforce, especially when you wanted to reach C-suite, child, you began to try to embody leadership skills the way that men lead. Women who try to lead like men are ineffective because you detach from your intuition. And women who lead intuitively lead with nurturing and compassion. And that's why people want to work for women leaders, y'all. People want to work under women leadership because we lead like women. If you're trying to lead like a man, then you're not being authentic to who you are and your leadership abilities. See, somebody, you have a way of bringing your people together. And whether that's your soul family child, whether that's your family, whether that's your employees, whatever it is, it could just be people in project management, right? Somebody, you could be in project management and you have a good way of bringing people together. You know how to equally support, y'all. See, when you become that support to others, then you show people how, right, to come together. And someone, that's a skill, right? That's something that actually shows a lot of your gifts, right? Intuitive gifts, so that you inspire. I'm seeing an inspiration, right? Like somebody, you come around and it's like you got magic in your hands, right? Because you become very inspiring to others. Somebody, you bring people together in partnership, right? And that is what you do. That is who you are. That makes you an authentic leader. All right. So you don't lead, right? Or you don't allow your accomplishments to overshadow your leadership, because your leadership is authentic. So the credentials, y'all, being a CPA, that's not who I am. That's just one of the things I do, right? You have to be well-rounded. I'm a purpose-driven professional, y'all. Everything in my life is about my purpose, my God-given purpose, why I was created and put in this earth. Right? And when you begin to pursue your passions in alignment with your purpose, I consider that, y'all, the journey to self, right? I started my life coaching classes because I want to teach women how to lead authentically. Because now you align your purpose with your passion in leadership in the corporate world, whatever it is, but you do it so that it aligns with you. Now you ain't overburnt. You ain't burnt out, girl. No, you ain't burnt out. You understand work-life balance, right? You understand how to take care of you, y'all. If you can't take care of you, you can't take care of your clients. You can't take care of your kids. You can't take care of your partner. You can't do any of that, y'all. Take my life coaching class, The Journey to Self. When I began to go through my own awakening, y'all, I woke up one day and I realized, girl, you ain't doing none of this for you. You doing this to make these kids have a comfortable life, right? You doing all of this working and building this business, but you're really not doing it for you. You doing it for everything outside of you. Is it fulfilling that way? No, not really. You're accomplishing a lot, but you're not living a fulfilled life because you're not doing it the way you want to do it. It doesn't mean that you're not in the right profession, but if you're not doing it the way that fulfills you in a more purpose-driven way, then it's not fulfilling, y'all. Now you burnt out. Now you don't want to work. Now you over it, child, right? So you are beginning to understand as a purpose-driven professional, y'all, that the purpose is within you. You are the driving purpose, right? Then the fulfillment comes when you put your purpose in alignment. It's all about alignment, y'all. You got to align yourself, right? I align myself with accolades, right? I didn't get in Forbes because Forbes came looking for me. I aligned myself with what Forbes was looking for, right? And that was someone who was impactful in the profession. Make an impact, y'all. Make an impact. Your impact is lasting, right? So making the impact on the profession is how I got Forbes 2 years in a row. And then after that, y'all, the rest is history, child. I'm speaking, I'm traveling, I'm doing everything. But it is when I aligned myself and believed in myself. I took all of the energy, y'all, that I was giving out to clients, all the energy I was giving out to other people, and I learned how to turn that within to me. And at that point, y'all, everything takes off in your life, because now you're regathering all the fragments of you that you gave out to others. You pull it back into you, and then you become magnetic, y'all, to everything your heart desires. That's magnetism at its best. When you pull it all in, y'all, and guess what? Now everything you desire, it desire you, girl. Stop playing. Everything you desire, it desire you, girl. All right. So just a quick note, y'all, right? Do not allow your accomplishments to overshadow you, because without you, there is no accomplishment. All right. Take the life coaching class, y'all. All right. If you got health benefits plans, they pay it. Credit cards are accepted. Don't play. All right. Go to theladycollective.org or theladycpanetwork.com. All right. click on, right? Take the life coaching or purchase at least, y'all, the 31 days to harvest, right? Health, wealth, and spirituality. It's an ebook that I wrote. 31 days to harvest, y'all. All right? Take it, y'all. Read the book, take the course, and watch your life change, y'all. Love and light, y'all, from the Lady CPA.